Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live from the one and only Rebar Show with your host, JP Motherfucking Fingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy, JP Motherfucking Fingers, and we are live in the one and only Rebar Show. Let's go, JP Driller. Another episode. All right, let's do the shout-outs right now. We got United Cigars, doing it big, living United, smoking United. You know what? We got Sir Louis Cigars. That's where we like to swing our big boutique dicks. Boutique as fuck. We got Humasmart, the 69 boys. Look at that on the door over there. Bam. Take care of your cigars. 69 style. Humasmart. You know what else we got? Look at this luxurious beard. Look at it. Look at it. My lines may not be there because I got to go to the barber's this Friday. But you know what? Take care of your beard. Bearded Buffalo. Bearded fucking Buffalo. You know what?
Oh.
You know what? Use promo code REBAR at all these fine establishments and save yourself some money. All right, Triller. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. Drilling. Do it. Do it. Hit me with a disclaimer.
All right, everybody. So tonight on the episode, Justin and myself are going to say some things that, may or may not align with anybody's views at all. But there are views, and we like them. So that is not representative of any of our sponsors, and you can just hear what you hear and like it, or you can kick rocks. Boom.
Kick rocks, hit the road, get out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Rebar Show. And we're just going to do Rebar things today. Driller,
Yeah.
Should we do a ceremonial shotgun?
Why not?
All right. You know what? This is... Oh, fuck. I almost lost my beard comb. Whew. All right. Let's go. Oh, fuck, I don't know which one was in the freezer. They're both equally as cold.
Well, then they're equally shotgunnable. You got it.
Not yet. All right. And you know what? We're doing that with the one and only Rebar shotgun tool.
That's right here. Boom.
Coming to a can of yours soon. All right.
Put it on your keychain.
Are we getting things started, Driller? Cheers.
Woohoo! Just
All right,
refreshing.
let's go.
Just
Let's
refreshing.
go. We are on. What is there? There's one more week in January.
Maybe two.
Maybe two. No.
Yeah.
Monday is what? Monday's what? The 21st?
Right.
No, is it the? Fuck! I gotta look at my phone.
It's the 25th on Monday. So one more.
It's the 23rd right now.
Yeah, one more full week January. We made it through another month.
One more full week in January for those that are doing dry January. Good on you guys. Good on. It's not my thing. Not my thing. Not my thing. Do you think you could do dry January? Actually, I know you can go a long period of time without drinking. So yeah, disregard.
Well, sure, I could, but I just don't see the point, man. Have some self-control, fucking regulate yourself some more. I don't see any reason why you need to go completely sober for a month. Like, what are you proving?
Do you go completely sober? I got a lot of buddies that do dry January, and shout out, dude, our boy Ronnie, one of the meme team guys, Jersey Nick.
Yes, sir.
He just dry January. You know what? Good on him. But I think it's actually worse for the body once you start pounding that shit back in it. I mean, at least, but you know what though? Our friends are really good at drinking in moderation. Where I think me and you, we don't excel at that. It's like last night I was talking with my buddy, actually Mr. Piro Haven. I was talking to him on the phone, and I was like, dude. He's like, what? I'm standing behind my bar and I'm like making a drink. First one in a week, made it. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Sat down 45 minutes later and I was like, yep. He's like, what? I was like, that second drink feelings just kicked in and I'm just forgot about everything in the week. Not worried about shit.
Yeah.
And it's good, right? But dude, I just wait 5 days without a drink.
Yeah.
I guess that's not 30 days. But
No, yeah, I can do it. I just don't see a point with whatever's going on right now. So there's all the props to you, right?
I could do it, but then alcohol would be my worst investment. it would then be my worst investment in life if I go 30 days without drinking.
Right. Yeah, or you could just go window shopping, right? You go to the LCBO and like pick out some bottles and restock things, and
that's when you find something you don't
have. Ooh, 23 more days, they're gonna crack you open. They're gonna get you real good.
But that's when you're gonna see the shit that you don't normally see is when you're not drinking, right? Like I'll go to the LCBO and I'll be like, oh, you know what? Let me get that's a liquor store for those that don't know. I'm gonna grab case of teas. That's what I'm going there for. That's it. Fuck. I seen this bottle of scotch that I haven't seen. I know I'm probably not gonna see it again, so it's like, fuck, I'll grab it. Boom. You can't window shop at the LCBO.
Well, you could still purchase and then not consume. Right, like you could use it as like a way, like a motivator to stay on the course for a dry January by like replenishing, so you had like things to look forward to in February. So you could like psych yourself up, be like, okay, like I grabbed this bottle of scotch, I got this new bottle of fucking bourbon that had like a fun liqueur that I've never seen before. I'm gonna stick to the dry January, and then February, boom, like I'm ready. I got some new things behind the bar, right?
I don't drink unless I come out here. So if I buy something, I got to bring it out here. And if I go to a liquor store, it's going to be on a Friday after work. So it's like, oh, just let me run this to the garage, not turn on the heaters, not have a drink.
Right. But that would be the same. That would be the same as saying like you're not going to have a fucking cigar for a whole month, right? And like,
I think I would have to do that though as well.
That's actually fair. I think that's not unreasonable.
Honestly, like I don't have a drinking problem and I don't have a smoking problem, but to me, the two are just hand in hand in the rebar. Like it's called the rebar for a reason. Like it's a bar. You don't go to the bar to just have pop and water. If you don't drink, you don't go to a bar.
Unless it was a titty bar and all your money was for lappers and you just drank water.
That's a titty bar, not a rebar.
That's fair. That's fair. I was just throwing it out there. You know, you could go to.
And I get that. I know a couple guys that don't drink, but they'll sure as fuck be the DD to go to a titty bar.
Yeah.
Right. So
and you know they got 20s in their pocket for lappers, so they're good to go.
Well, they're not paying fucking $9 a beer. Right? You buy a round of beer for the boys. You're there with 4 guys. Fuck, that's $36. Gone a tip. You just spent $40. $40 fucking dollars, and you guys got a beer each.
Right.
That's after paying the fucking $10 cover to get in there. So,
but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it's just a real sad time in our lives when the strip clubs of Niagara are closed.
They closed a week before the biggest event in all of the rebar.
That's right. They did. They fucked us good.
Rebar fucking Tober.
Rebar-tober.
Rebar-tober.
Canadian edition. We were going to go golfing. Then we were going to go to the strip club. We were going to have a day. We still had a day anyways, but with, all the fun with COVID.
I know 2 guys that had a pretty fucking good day.
Oh, yeah? Was I one of them? Was I one?
Driller, I believe I took out Driller and Wiseman, but then the following weekend, they took me out.
Yeah. We fed you that brownie.
Yeah. So I think we talked about that on the last episode, how at least if we hang out 4 times, 3 of the times, each of one of us is going to get fucked up.
Right.
Like, you're like, just, you know what? First of the month, we're hanging out. Just let me get this out of the way now. I'll just drink. I'll smoke too much weed. I'll fucking eat something I shouldn't. All right. You know what, guys? Hey, my visit's done for the fucking this month. I know it's going to be you or Wiseman.
So I'm actually going to use this as an opportunity to like segue into one of the topics you mentioned. And just so that everybody knows, it's fucking 12 in the afternoon right now.
Yeah. You know, I got to interrupt you before that.
Give her.
What we're smoking, what we're drinking. I can't get out a routine or I'll be a fucking mess.
That's fair.
I will be a mess. All right. What are you smoking? What are you drinking?
I've seen you.
You know what?
You know
what? I actually forgot to shout out Luxury Cigar Club. Get all your cigars delivered to your doorstep monthly. Use promo code REBAR. Luxurious. I knew I was forgetting somebody.
You do Nickel City too?
No, we're mad. We're things are complicated right now.
Yeah. All right. So for today's episode, I'm smoking a United, just like the regular old plain Jane United Maduro.
Oh, real
Um,
good.
Pretty friggin' affordable cigar. I feel like they smoke like a little bit quick, so I got a second cigar to dive into when this one expires. But I always enjoy smoking United. The Maduro is more in my wheelhouse, and they're just like Oliver's a fucking great dude, and like there's lots of love with from the United family. So
Oh yeah.
we got one of those going, and then they're like we get flyers. Like our liquor is government regulated, so we can only buy alcohol from like distributors that are aligned with the provincial government kind of thing. But they actually put out like a flyer, and like comes out every month, every couple months, whatever, and
I've
it shows like,
I've never seen a flyer. Never ever seen an LCBO flyer.
oh, we get them in our mailbox all the time.
Never in my entire life have I ever seen an LCBO flyer.
Yeah, it's like the size of a magazine cover, and maybe it's like 30 pages, just skinny.
I do know what you're talking about now. Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen it once in my life.
If they don't come to your house, they're they're always like in the racks when you walk through the door.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like they'll do like $2 off. So if you want like a bottle of whatever, maybe like that month, it's $2 off. And it gives like some cocktail ideas.
Cock.
But then it shows some like new shit that came out too. So so for what I'm drinking right now, Jameson came out with a cold brew. So Jameson Irish whiskey with a hit of cold brew. And I thought that would really go well with the Sneaky Pete's that we've been drinking a lot lately. So I got a cold brew, Jameson, Kahlua, milk, Sneaky Pete.
You are driving Puerto Ricans fucking wild. Number one, they love Jameson. It's fucking horrible stuff. Like actual Jameson. Horrible stuff. Number two, they like Coquito, which is like a fucking dairy alcoholic drink.
Right.
You're just fucking, these guys are going to be all revved up at fucking New York City.
They're all fired up. They're like,
All fucking revved
where's
up.
this Jameson cold brew at? Gonna fucking
Right.
throw some milk in that motherfucker, get some Kahlua going. Boom.
That's it. So yeah, I mean, I've never had the Jameson cold brew. Yeah, never had it.
Yeah, it's brand new to Ontario. And then fuck. So then that other one I was telling you about that yesterday too was one of the whiskey distilleries in Grimsby, 40 Creek. They're in America. They're everywhere. They make a good
Worldwide.
They make a good fucking whiskey.
They got a couple awards.
Yeah. But they also do like a cream version. So there's like the 40 Creek cream, so you can just throw it in your coffee. You don't have to like it's delicious. Lower alcohol content, I think, right? When you mix it with the cream.
I think it's higher than Bailey's,
Right?
but cheaper than Bailey. I think it's cheaper than Gretzky's, and I think it's got a higher alcohol content than both. And
But
it's cheaper.
And yeah, but it's certainly not like fucking no 40% shit, right? Like it's a cream. And then I know that this is a dessert that is originally from Nanaimo, British Columbia, and it's called the Nanaimo Bar. And I don't know if you guys know what the fuck that is, but it's good time. It's got like crust on the bottom, then a custard layer, and then it's got chocolate on top. It's a 3-layer bar called the Nanaimo Bar.
My wife loves them. I hate them.
Really? So 40 Creek's got a Nanaimo Bar cream that just came out too. And I was like, shit.
That I think I could dig.
That probably tastes pretty good, right? Because 40 Creek cream's great. And if they've infused it with some Nanaimo Bar
Yeah.
yes in it, like fuck.
I think drinking something is easier than eating something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just easier.
Well, it took like the essence of the bar and just like threw it in a flavor profile.
Yeah, you don't get all that shit in your teeth and just.
Yeah. You don't like fucking Nanaimo bars, bro?
I fucking hate Nanaimo bars, and then I hate those other coconut things.
Is it the crust, the custard, texture, the whole package?
I think it's the chocolate.
Up on the top.
It's
chocolate in there too.
It's chocolate and then like a chocolate fucking crust, right? On the bottom. Like a crumble on the bottom.
Yeah.
Not an Nanaimo bar guy.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
It's probably been, man, I want to say 7 years since I've had an Nanaimo bar,
Yeah.
and I don't no desire for them.
All right. Well, that's what I'm smoking and drinking, and then you do your thing, and then I got a thing.
All right, I am smoking the Byron 5-year, the 5 Anos, and I'm drinking a lime White Claw out of my Yeti. That's it. I mean,
you're my favorite soccer mom.
Right, dude, I'm just a guy that's indulging on a Saturday at fucking noontime.
Right.
Did 2 shotguns from 12 to 12:20.
Now, does everybody know that Yeti came out with a slim can?
Yeah. I mean, if they don't know, get it for yourself, get it for your wife or whatever. But solid investment, the slim can Yeti.
Yeah, I remember a couple years ago, I was fucking with the Michelob Ultras a bit. Like, I was going to the gym and was like, oh, I'll just drink Michelob because that's what gym people do. But then, like, I got my original short can Yeti koozie, and that was no good for the slim can. And at that time, Yeti didn't have a fucking slim can.
No,
they do now.
You know what? I started with the regular size can, and I was like, that's sick. But then it's like, hey, you should also, like, when it recommends things, and I was like, well, you know what? I do drink tall boys. You know what? I do drink White Claws. Why not have a fucking Yeti for them?
Yeah, because like when I was gymming it, if they had, I looked into it. I looked for hard insulated koozies for slim cans, and there was some out there, but I knew they weren't going to be as good as the Yeti was, and then whatever. Then I stopped drinking fucking Michelobs. So
good golf course beer. Good golf course beer.
Yeah, sure.
Great
golf. What else is a good golf course beer? Caesars, shotguns, and anything.
Bad rounds.
Yeah.
Bad rounds. How we play golf, it's like, you know what? Back nine, that's going to be my round. I'm going to have a round here. You have a good hole on the back nine, and you're like, holy fuck, my life just is flipped right now.
Yeah.
Then you get the bad hole, and you're just like, for fuck's sakes.
So today is actually a repeat of last week, because last week we did the episode. If you guys have had a chance to view it yet, it would have just come out yesterday, so fuck, it's brand new.
Yeah.
But we did it at Sunday at 12, and now today
it wasn't a Sunday. It was a Saturday.
No, it was Sunday.
Was it a Sunday?
Yeah. Because we gave her shit on the Friday night, and then Saturday we made the decision to do a Sunday 12 remake.
Yeah.
So it's like right.
Yeah, you're correct.
So we're trying out a new thing. We're thinking that it's probably like a little bit more conductive for ourselves, and then maybe we'll make more sense if we do episodes at 12 o'clock in the afternoon instead of 7 or 8 o'clock at night on a Friday night or a Saturday night, where
what,
libations and left-handed cigarettes and whatever is already taking place, and it's like, oh shit, it's 8 o'clock, we better hit record.
I like to indulge past 7 o'clock at night. Like, I don't hold back. I talked with Wiseman last night, and he's like, yo, so like, what's been up with the show? He's been working. He did a bunch of afternoons, and I was like, Driller's got to set up at his house now. I sent him a picture. He's like, holy fuck, dude. He's like, that looks legit. I was like, yeah, we started doing episodes at at noon. Yeah. Like, oh, we got one tomorrow, and we did one fucking last weekend because I couldn't remember the day. And he's like, really? Why? And I'm like, we're not fucked up. And he's like, how fucked up can you get? And I'm like, well, last Friday, we go to do an episode with Boofy, and I don't know. It was a fucking good Friday, and me and you were just, getting our Friday on. Fucking Boofy comes on, and then we got Juan from Protocol comes on, and we just, we got into her. We filmed an episode, but it was just like a really loud herf. But
Evan's on team. Sometimes we get too fucked up. So it's interesting he would say, what do you mean too fucked up? Because he's been like the guy the next day is like, whoa, like that, we should air that episode, boys. Like, I don't even remember it.
And I'm like, yeah, it's already on the air.
yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. He's like, what do you, like, how fucked up did you and Triller get? I think because he's thinking we're just doing it over video, right?
Right.
And it's like, well, I don't know. We hop on an hour before the episode. We do our fucking green room time where we just smoke, drink, just shoot the shit. And I'm like, we do a shotgun before the show. We do a shotgun at the start of the show now. And I was like, I think I buried like I had a full recycling bin of teas by the end of that weekend.
Yeah.
Like I probably put down 40 drinks in a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then
Right.
that's not even the champagne or the sneaky Pete's or
But at the end of the day, we're doing this for you guys. We're doing this for you guys because you like the show, and maybe
for the people, by the people.
Yeah, for the people, by the people, and maybe doing an episode at 12 o'clock on a Saturday or Sunday makes more sense. Like, I'm still going to get a little bit fucked up right now.
It's convenient, too. I think it works out better for us because I can slam fucking 6 drinks now and carry on with my day, like doing shit, and then have dinner and have some more drinks.
Yeah.
Or to be honest, I could literally just keep drinking the entire day.
Yes.
That's an option as well. Like, sure. I asked my wife. I go to my wife. She's like, "You got an episode at noon?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." I was like, "Well, what are you doing after? Like, let's do some craft beers." She's like, "Oh, I got a shit ton of stuff to do around the house." And I'm like, "Fuck."
Right.
So I guess I'm out here drinking all fucking day. And I got my buddy in fucking Long Island, New York, and I got my buddy in Pennsylvania. It's like, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna herf Saturday instead of Friday." And I was like, "I guess that works out." Like, right. But I'm gonna be fucking super fucked up.
Yeah. But that's a new thing. So we're just trying it out. I know that eventually, like, the lockdown is going to end, and we're going to be like together again, back in the same room and shit like that. But honestly, like, it's nice from a drinking perspective to already be home.
Hell yeah. I mean, I really don't know what that's like because I always drink here. Or I sleep on Driller's couch. But I think I slept at Wiseman's parents' house once, too, back in the day.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I did. Wiseman's like, "You know what my parents' basement looks like?" And I'm like, "No, I don't, dude." He's like, "You slept there." And I'm like, "Fuck, I remember waking up someplace weird once."
Right.
I remember it, but I don't remember it.
You, like, wake up someplace weird. You're like, "Okay, my pants are still on. Where's my
like what the fuck?" I'm looking around and it's just like cell phone light, bam, walk out of there.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh yeah, I'm fucking here." And then it's just like, yeah, I'm just driving home from Stony Creek. Yeah, I mean, it fucking happens.
But I feel like this is a nice setup. It's nice to just do it, bang it out in the afternoon, have some drinks, fucking we get to catch up.
It's out of the way with, right? Like, I don't dread it, but at the same time, it's just like, I gotta make sure this gets done. I gotta make sure. And it's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the more fucked up I get, the fucking harder it gets.
Yeah. Where are you going? Are you peeing already? You're blowing your nose again. Damn.
Dude, when I drink too much, my fucking nose just pisses.
Yeah, Justin's got the sniffles today.
So I guess how fucked up I was last night, I could have just did an episode.
He's got the sniffles.
Yeah. I mean,
so it's something new. We're trying it out.
I like it. I really like it.
Last week's episode went good, so fucking this one should go good too.
You know what? It's a wintertime thing though, because in the summertime we'd be golfing right now, or working.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I get all that. Yep.
So suck on it, winter. Bam. It's a wintertime thing right now.
Yeah. Suck it, winter.
All right, Driller. We gotta talk about something. We gotta talk about something. And something, you know what? I don't think we talk about enough with I guess with our sponsor, fucking Humasmart. How do you take care of your cigars? How did you start taking care of when you got cigars? Let's start from the beginning.
So in the very beginning, I didn't have inventory, and I had a Zycar 10 count travel humidor.
Okay.
And
the camo, was it the camo one?
No, it was black. It was just black.
Did you have a camo one?
No, it was never camo. Actually, the first travel humidor I got was the Cro-Magnon Romacraft 10 count Zycar. It came with the lighter, the cutter, and the bottle opener.
I swear up and down you had a fucking camo travel humidor.
No.
Digital camo?
No, because now I got like the Pelican case, and then I got a 100
Desert
count.
Storm camo?
No, just straight up black.
Huh.
But I had humble beginnings, and like I was introduced to cigars, and I would like just grab a handful because I wasn't smoking like more than once or twice a week. And
You're a Connecticut guy.
yeah, smoking the fucking Camacho.
You appreciate the Connecticut more than anybody I ever know. Actually, Wiseman tried to go on a Connecticut kick, so yeah, he probably appreciated them just as much as you did. Like he went on a Connecticut kick like a fucking year ago, and I'm like, no, I'm not smoking a Connecticut.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
But so I had that little 10 count, and it didn't take me long to realize that having like a little bit of inventory or having a little stockpile wasn't gonna hurt anybody, right?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna spend the money anyways. If you could buy 5 instead of 1, then you'll smoke 1 and you'll have 4 left over in your stock or whatever, right? Or then you start buying boxes, and it just gets worse and worse from there. So I actually got a 200 count tabletop. And the 200 count tabletop, like it was nice. It had like 2 trays at the bottom for like your lighters or just like the miscellaneous shit, a couple drawers at the bottom. And then it was just you crack open the lid. It had 1 tray on top, and then all your your big shit could go below. So I guess I'll start with the progression of the humidor first, and then I'll go into care. Started with a 20 count or 10 count, went to a 200 count humidor tabletop. Realized that 200 count tabletop isn't really good for boxes. Because then by then I was like, ooh, like if I just buy a box of something that I like, if I get 24 in a box and get it on sale or on an auction or whatever, then it's not going to hurt me to have them sitting in my house. More money up front, but then it's cheaper per stick in the long run. So then
it looks sick because you got a box.
Yeah. So from the 200 count tabletop, I went to the wine fridge. And I actually like our region and like a ton of regions in the States, like we're pretty lucky because you can take like any fridge and unplug it.
Hell yeah.
You just unplug it, right? So right now I have 2 wine fridges. They're like 28 bottle wine fridges. They're just like, I don't know, they're probably like 3 and change feet tall, 20 inches wide kind of thing, maybe 24 inches wide. And now, so I run 2 of those. So for cigar care, I've always tried to not worry about it too much. I remember once when I had the 200 count tabletop, like I started tripping balls because I was like, I would look at my cigars and I'd be like, they don't look the same as when I bought them. There's something going on with them. Like, and I don't know if I was just delusional or I was like too worried about like my investments and I didn't want to like lose, 200 cigars because I wasn't catching something or I wasn't being attentive enough to my inventory or rotating it or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I was going through a phase. But at where I'm at now, like I got 2 wine adores, and there's boxes in there. I got a couple cedar shelves that just hold my singles, and I've never had any issues. Even when I was tripping balls, I never had any issues. So at the end of the day, like
Where do you keep them though?
So to tie into like what I was saying, how like I feel like we're lucky where we live. In the summertime, we have our AC units on, and it's maybe 70 degrees in your house. And in the wintertime, we run our furnaces, and it's 70 degrees in the house. So I keep them in the basement, out of the light, against a wall, in the self-contained Danby 28 bottle wine coolers that I've modified and put filled full of cigar boxes. And then for that, I have so many HumaSmart packs, and every time you buy a sampler, they give you like one of the what are those, like how small are the little ones? 16 gram? 60 gram is the big boys, right?
Yeah, 4?
The little squares, like 4 gram or some shit.
Okay. I got a couple sitting up on the dash up there, right by the TV. I just fucking line them up, right?
So because my house temperature is regulated all year, and the surface area in the two Winadors isn't big enough to justify like a Cigar Oasis or any kind of like a fan system, because it's, you know, it's like 20 inches by 3 feet tall, right? It's big enough to hold hundreds of cigars, but it's not big enough to like do anything fancy. So I just fucking fill that fucker full of Humasmart. I got them on the shelf, on top of my singles, everywhere in the thing. Like I got the 60-gram packs fucking thrown all over that motherfucker. So there's just humidity all over the place, and it's a self-contained unit, and it's good to go.
It's the two-way. It's two-way control. That's the beauty part with Humasmart. It's two-way. If it gets over-humidified, the pack sucks up the over-humidity. If it's under, it expels it.
Yes.
That's the beauty part with it, right? And
yeah.
Dude, I was the same way, man. I probably had, like, at one point, I think I had, like, 4 different desktop humidors, like a 200, a fucking nice, sexy tower that was all glass, and, you know, a bunch of different shit. And I was the fucking distilled water guy. Fucking put distilled water everywhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had a tower in the bedroom, like a nice fucking, probably held 100 cigars, all glass, in the bedroom, right beside my fucking nightstand, and I would just look at it. You know, my shit, it looked sick, but I was like, what the fuck? You know, wintertime, and in wintertime especially, you got to check on this shit like 2-3 times a week. And it's not an obtainable thing. Dude, once I moved my shit down to the basement, before my basement, myself and another BOTL did the basement, you would just be down there, and it's like, in the middle of winter, it's like, I'm not having to do anything to these until a month, 2 months down the road.
Yep.
But then I went to a fucking Winador. Actually, I went to a big fucking cabinet fucking, or what is it? Chest fucking humidor. Held fucking pretty much all my shit. Had a single desktop and then another desktop after that. Held boxes, held everything, and I had an Oasis in it. The problem with the Oasis was it just kept... 1 second.
Blowing his nose again. Watch Justin has to go and get a fucking COVID test on Monday.
No. Dude, guarantee you, another 2 drinks, it'll be gone.
Yeah.
Another 2 drinks, it'll be gone. Yeah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Right? Like, dude, you pull out drawers, you lose fucking humidity, and then it's cedar. So when the fucking heaters and shit are on, it's just sucking all the shit out of the fucking wood, out of the cedar.
Yep.
So, you know what? Fuck it. I end up getting a Winador. My buddy gives me a Winador. Fuck, start putting shit in there, and Humasmart comes around. I start getting some stuff with Humasmart. They're not even sending me anything yet for the show or doing anything yet with the show. The show's not existent at this point. It's in the basement. Throw it in there, and I'm like, I check on it, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's still good. And I like to use multiple hydrometers and just see, you know, like, what is it over here? What is it in the front? What is it on the bottom? And it's like, okay. And then you start actually seeing it where it's like, well, it's the same everywhere. So the Winador is the cheapest fucking way to hold the most cigars, other than a cooler.
Yeah. I got the one Winador for free, and then I found the other one on like a Craigslist, and it was like $40 because the compressor was blown. It had a non-working compressor. I'm like, I don't need the compressor.
Yeah, you're like, fucking perfect. Dude, mine actually worked, and I had mine fucking plugged in for a while because the shit that was in there, it wasn't bad. Like, it didn't dry your shit out.
Yep.
And I was like, really, like, how much? It's not doing anything. So literally, I fucking cut the cord and rammed it up against the wall.
Yeah, that's how mine is.
I don't think I've opened that fucking thing. So I was doing these Humasmart / Brown Bag competitor videos.
Yeah, I remember that. And
the same Humasmart pack that I did in all these videos, I ran it over, I smashed it with a hammer, I jumped on it. Is actually in my Winador, taking care of my cigars.
Right. After all of that abuse and
all that abuse.
Yeah.
That's it, right? But it's crazy where we are now with taking care of cigars and how easy it is. Like, I have a fucking cooler that I just whip a fucking Humasmart pack in, and it's good.
Right. So you knew about the old systems. I don't know about the old systems. I don't know about beads or gels or distilled water pucks. I don't know about any of that shit because the brown ones were out when I started, and now the HumaSmart's out. I just fuck with HumaSmart, and I opened.
You were looking for something to call the other guys, right? Now and I was just like, brown bags. You're like, yes,
yeah.
You're like, how do I say this?
Say it how you said it.
No, but I've been trained by HumaSmart,
right?
Because I was like, well, what the fuck do I say? And they're like, the brown bags, and I was like, fuck, that's perfect.
Right.
That's perfect. Thank you. If I hadn't know what to fucking call them.
But I know, like, yeah, I just know about the other ways, and like honestly, like everything is contained. You know, like even a tabletop is contained. It's solid. It's cedar. The lid is closed. Whatever. Like if you have an easy humidification system in that tabletop, like you don't have to fucking stress shit about it, because like these products, HumaSmart is proven to not fail on you. Like you're not gonna fucking smoke cigars for a month, go open up your shit, and like you maybe got 360 grams in there. Your cigars are not gonna be fucked. They're gonna be safe. They're gonna be fine. You don't have to fuck with it. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not checking stuff like.
You know what? I got HumaSmart packs that, dude, these things got to be a year old and they're still good.
Right.
Part of that's the seal I got on what I got, or where I got it. But dude, HumaSmart is by far the most effortless way to know where you're at. It's that little card you put in there, and you see the pack can even be fucking done, but you still are holding a good humidity level in there.
Yeah.
So effortless. I mean, I'm glad you didn't have to go through the fucking struggles. Like I've had my humidors on the second floor of a house in the middle of winter, trying to figure out like, yo, why is my fucking one day it's this, one day it's fucking this, like, and do I add more water? Do I take water out? Like, the fuck? Yeah. What do you do? And dude, unreal. And I mean, my first humidor I think was like a fucking 25 count that I bought from a fucking gas station cigar area in fucking Grimsby. And to top it off, I started smoking all fucking Cubans. Like, I think my fucking first 2 years of cigars were all Cubans. And yeah, dude, the struggles. And then, you hear about this, you hear about the pucks, you hear about the fucking gels, this and that. You try using them. The gels were probably the best. Yeah. The gel, then you put the fluid in, but it was all depending on where you kept your cigars. How often you smoked, how often you fucking opened that door, how often you looked at your shit. But dude, I used to literally, I'd be like, all right, I got to flip all my cigars around now. Once a month, I'm fucking flipping them around, rotating them. And it's just, the fuck am I doing?
Right. Yeah. And like with the two-way control, I just fucking threw like 1060 grams in there. Like, fuck it. What's going to happen? It's not going to over because it'll pull it in. It's not going to under because it's going to release. So more is better in my mind. Like, okay, cool. Like, I get them all the time in my fucking when I do purchases. They put the little fucking 4 gram in there. I bought the 60 gram, and it's not fucking hurting me to have too many fucking HumaSmart packs in there, because what's it going to do? It's going to two-way control. It's all one unified system. So
it is a 4 gram.
It is 4. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Yeah. But it's I throw them all in there. Who fucking cares? And I put them on the different shelves, and like I don't have any issues with any of my inventory. And like that wine, like I've seen like those new airs, like those nice ones you plug in. But you got the HumaSmart travel pack.
This is you know what? This thing is a warhorse. Like warhorse. I think myself, maybe one other person had the first ones ever, like when they hit the fucking market. And I fucking tested this thing. Like, my fucking cigars are solid. I pull it back. Dude, look at that. The cigars are still in the same positions when I fucking threw it. The only thing that moved was the HumaSmart pack.
Yeah, and it's nice having the clear acrylic kind of like lid, so you can see inside too.
It's just sexy. You can see your shit. You can see what you put in there. It's like a garage with a clear door,
Yeah,
right? Say you had a fucking eight car garage. People drive by, they see that, and they're like, "That's cool." But like, imagine being able to see. I mean, it's probably not good if there's a burglar in the area or a car, a lot of car theft. But you look at this and you're just like, "Oh, you know what? I got this in there. I got this in there. I got this in there." Like, it's fucking sick. It's convenient. It's easy to carry. You know what? This can go in your bag, your satchel, your wife's purse. But it's easy to carry and it's lightweight. And since I've gotten it, I don't think it's been in the house. It's always stayed out here. And there's probably 2 cigars in it that have been in there for 3-4 months.
Yeah,
Still fine. I just pulled what I'm smoking now has been in there for at least 2 months. Smoking fucking fine.
Yeah, I actually used my 100 count travel. I think it was a cigar case or something. So it's got the handle and it's maybe like 5 or 6.
The briefcase.
Yeah, and I just use that for my singles. I got more singles than I have trays in the Wynador, so I keep a lot of my singles in a travel humidor in the basement right beside my humidors. But then boom, you just fucking we got one 60-gram pack in there for the 100 count, and like I pull stuff out of that singles travel humidor all the time, and they're mint, they're good.
Actually, now that you say that, so it's been almost 10 months now with a HumaSmart pack and one of my travel humidors. I have had a Padron, I believe it's a 26. It's 26 or 64, but it's one of the ones that comes in the square, like tubo.
Yep.
And it's been sitting in there with the HumaSmart, the cue card in it. Boom. Fucking go. It's unreal, actually. Like, it's crazy. Because I don't want to say I was in it from the start of trying to take care of your cigars, but I mean, dude, I was using, let me dump distilled water in this fucking thing. Like, I'm having to sit there and look at distilled water. I gotta go to the grocery store and get more distilled water. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, when I started smoking cigars, I was like, what the fuck is, you're Googling everything. You're like, what the fuck is distilled water? Like, what the hell is, like, what's the difference with, why can't I use regular water? What the fuck's wrong with regular water?
Do you know?
Googling and it's like, you could get mold, and it's like, dude, I can't lie, man. I used fucking regular water instead of distilled water.
Yeah, so one of the guys I was drilling with a few years ago, he had a couple kids who were young. They were like under 4, and I can't remember what he used distilled water for, but it was something to do with like mixing formula with distilled water or something.
I can see that because there's no chlorine in it.
Yeah. So so I was talking to him about cigars, and I brought up distilled water at one point. And he's like, you just like put a pot on the stove and bring it to a boil, and when it cools back down to room temperature, it's distilled.
Yeah, or you could also buy it for more than $1 for a fucking gallon.
Right, or you could just run your fucking pot underneath the tap, bring it to a boil, let it cool, and then you have a pot full of distilled water. That's a thing.
That's crazy.
That's how you make homemade distilled water.
That's a lot of effort.
Boiling a fucking pot of water?
You know what you could just do? You could just log on to humasmart.com and use promo code REBAR. Take care of your cigars the easiest way. Get that shit through Amazon.
Okay, well, that's fair, because if you don't have HumaSmart in your humidor, then you're doing something wrong.
If you are boiling water to distill it, you better get HumaSmart in your fucking humidor. Like, that's some caveman shit. That's some caveman shit. If I ever run into somebody and they're like, what do you use in your humidor? And I'm like, fuck, HumaSmart, obviously. Like, best shit on the world. And I'm like, what do you do? Just to fucking have a conversation with this person. He's like, I boil water on my stove. And I'm like, I'm probably going to smack this motherfucker with a fucking big thing, with a big fucking HumaSmart pack. Just whap. Here, throw that in your fucking humidor. Like, who the fuck is boiling water for their fucking cigars to distill it?
People that have old humidification systems that live in a cave.
But like,
they just live in a cave. They don't even
buy HumaSmart or just buy the fucking jug of distilled water. It probably actually costs you more to fucking boil that water that you need for it.
Am
I wrong?
Oh, well, yeah. Like
I don't think I'm wrong, Driller. I don't think I'm wrong.
So even after he told me about how to make your own distilled water, like I've never done it. I just found it interesting because I didn't know what the difference was between tap water,
Thank you for not making your own distilled water.
Yeah, I definitely did not do it.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not. Because like
all right, I don't know. You're like shit, like some deep dark secret where it's like I make my own distilled water.
Well, no, because like I don't fuck with distilled water because I got Humusmart. The fuck do I need distilled water for? Nothing.
Oh, that's it.
I don't got some old ass dinosaur humidification system in my fucking cigars.
It's a lot of. I want to do craft dinner in distilled water.
You got that cutting edge humidification shit. Throw the fucking the white packs in there. Boom.
Dude, it's easy, man. And you know what? They take care. You know what? They got packs for your cigars. They got packs for your left-handed cigars. Whatever you want to take care of, man. They can humidify it. They can humidify it effortlessly. All right. What are you lighting up now, Drills?
Lighting up Fable 4th Prime.
Oh shit. All right. You know what? I wrote this down on my phone. I talked with a couple buddies. I talked with guys at work. Talked with my buddies on the phone. What's your thinking behind all this conspiracy shit? What's real? What's not? What do you think is a conspiracy? What do you think about these conspiracy guys?
Did I tell you that I watched that Flat Earth documentary?
Right? And I said it's flat enough that you watched it.
Yeah.
They responded back, right? And guys are like fucking, I think Jersey Nick was like, oh, fucking lunatics. And Tim said something, the fucking MC said something. I was just like, it's flat enough that you watched it.
Yeah.
What's your whole thoughts on, was that on Netflix?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on all that shit? Like whether it's fucking Earth conspiracies, political conspiracies, all that shit.
So to kick it off, I'm going to take the middle ground and just say that if that's something you're into, then that's cool. Like you got a hobby, you got a passion, you got something that you've educated yourself about, you believe in what you're talking about, and like I don't like when somebody puts a conspiracy theory upon myself. Like I don't necessarily, I don't shut it down because I can see that this person. Like I could talk to somebody about cigars and they don't smoke cigars and they're like, they entertain me, right? They're like, oh, okay, Scotty's talking about cigars. Let's just let him talk. So at the end of the day, this conspiracy guy that's trying to tell me about the 5G towers, the chemtrails, the aliens, the flat earth.
Do you believe in aliens?
The JFK assassination. Like,
do you believe in aliens?
I don't think that we're alone.
Okay, you're a fucking, you know what? You're a big BC guy. Do you believe in Bigfoot or whatever the fuck they call him out there?
I don't think it's with I don't know. I think they should have found a corpse or something by now.
You think they would have found something?
Yeah, I think they would have found a corpse or something.
I interrupted. Go on with all your middle ground conspiracy theory beliefs.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, like when I guess it's like when you talk to anybody and they're passionate about it, like they're gonna be educated with whatever information that they have, or they're gonna connect dots in the way that aligns with their way of thinking to justify the reasons that they're talking about it. So I see passion in people, right? I see the passion behind it, and it's like, wow, like you really do think that chemtrails are altering the cloud formations in the skies.
But awesome. I gotta ask you this though.
Yeah.
When you were younger, you believed in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, right?
Yeah.
This is something parents and fucking teachers put into people's minds. Well, you got to be good or Santa's not going to visit or you're going to get coal. Really?
Right.
Who the fuck is going out and buying coal to put in people's fucking stockings? Why is it the chimney? Everybody talks about how fat and jolly this guy is, but he goes down a chimney and nobody can believe it.
Yeah, it's like a nice story to like tell your kids and give them something to believe in, and it takes the I don't know.
You know what? There's enough backstory to it for you to believe it.
I know, but the Santa Claus shit threw me right off because when somebody does approach me with their conspiracy theory, I don't align with it, right? Like, regardless of how attentive I pay attention to them while they're talking, they're
You
not
don't
going
align with Santa.
I do align with Santa.
So here's the fucked up thing. Here's my whole thing with it, right? I got a couple good conspiracy fucking buddies, right? Some of it it comes to fruition, right? And you see it and you're like, wow, holy shit, like that's crazy. But I got like a fucking, you're in grade 4, right? And your teacher's like, 2 + 2 is 4. But she's like, well, you better be good or Santa's not going to visit. What the fuck? You're telling me one thing that, as far as we know, is true. 2 + 2 is 4. It is, but what's real and what's not now? Because you just been like, oh, if you don't do good on this math test, Santa's not going to come and visit. You got a teacher. Well, let's do this. Oh, this is Santa, but let me teach you about this. So you're teaching me one thing that's real, and one thing that's fake.
Yeah, but like, like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny have folklore ties to our past. Like that shit's been around for so many generations.
So have aliens. So Sasquatch or Bigfoot, right?
Yeah,
they have.
Yeah, it's been around for generations, sure.
So how do you decipher what's a conspiracy and what's not a conspiracy? Right? It is like when you put that shit together, you're like, well, is what's real, what's not.
Okay, but like believing in Santa Claus and believing that chemtrails are altering the direction of clouds and creating manufactured rain or lack of rain is like, it's different. Like Santa Claus is cute and like everybody likes him.
I don't know. Chemtrails haven't been around as long as Santa.
Well, no, it's only been around because fucking airplanes and jet streams and shit didn't exist back then.
Right? So what if you could go say before Santa existed, people are like, oh, this guy called fucking Santa. And people are like, yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, sure you saw that in the sky. Sure you saw this guy with his fucking reindeers. Right? It's the exact same people as now with fucking chemtrails, maybe. Like, oh, look at that in the sky. This is what it's doing. You don't know.
But
I'm not siding on the conspiracy side, and I'm not siding with I don't believe any of it. It's what's the difference between the first person that's like, this is Santa, Le Père Noël, like what you don't know.
Yeah,
we only know Christmas, Santa, because it's been around for I don't know 600 years, right?
Right.
Airplanes have maybe been around for fucking what? 50, 60, 70 years?
Okay, well, like, let's look at the facts here. Everybody knows that Santa Claus is not real. If anybody here listening thinks that he's real, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but Santa Claus doesn't exist. The Easter Bunny doesn't exist. But they're nice ideas.
What about the Tooth Fairy?
They're nice. Yeah, the Tooth Fairy's a fucking lie, too. The rebar just smashing all your hopes and dreams today. Brought to you by Human Smart.
Right? This is why you don't let your kids watch this show.
So all that shit is just it's a nice fucking story. Timmy!
Yo.
What up, Tim?
So at least with Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, it's a nice story that you can tell your kids to help them like appreciate the holiday, or if you're religious, to appreciate the religious affiliations with those events. But I don't know if I would consider Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny a conspiracy theory. Like it was interesting that you brought it up because I didn't see that coming at all. I thought we were going to talk about fucking people with tinfoil hats on and shit, and then you fucking bring Santa Claus in, and I'm like, fuck, like, yeah, okay, that is something made up or that's not real that everybody believes in.
But so here's my thing with Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny. There's people from the education system preaching this. So what's the fucking difference? They're like 2 + 2 is 4. Like, like I use an example, 2 + 2 is 4. But hey, you better be good because Santa's not going to come and visit if you're not good. But you're telling me 2 + 2 is 4. Now you're telling me if I'm not good, some fucking mythological character's not going to come and fucking put shit in my stockings and under my tree.
Right, and those are from the ages of 0 to 10, right? Like I think like after 10, your parents sit down and tell you why the wrapping paper is all the same color, or why Mummy's writing is the same as Santa's writing, right? Like it hits a point in that story where it served a point while like the kids were young and impressionable, and maybe they were being little bastards, and like you knew that saying that at that time
Bribery.
maybe change their fucking opinion on how they're going to carry themselves in the schoolyard, and they're going to be better to their classmates, or they're going to help mommy do the dishes once in a while or some shit because Santa's coming. But then after they're 10, then it's like, oh, hey, by the way, we fucking lied to you the whole time. Santa Claus is fucking, a story, and you're still going to get gifts whether you're a little bastard or not. We love you.
But the story people are telling you now about all these things what people think are conspiracies, right? How do we know that, let's say, so it's basically the opposite of fucking Santa, right? And the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. Let's say fucking 10 years from now, they're like, guys know what? Bigfoot is real. UFOs are real. Aliens are real.
I know, but I know. Yeah, I know. I get it. It's just not like it's not commonplace in like
vice versa
to tell their kids about, like unless you're into conspiracy theories, you're not going to teach your kids about chemtrails.
But it's not even
every parent's going to teach their kid about Santa Claus unless they're not from that religious denomination.
I'll try and jump back in, fellas. Yo,
Tim, what's your thoughts on conspiracy theories? What do you think's real? What do you think's not? Do you think aliens are real? Do you think Bigfoot's real? Sasquatches, whatever the fuck you want to call them? Yetis even?
Nah, I don't believe none of that shit. I still believe in Santa Claus, man.
Right? I mean, Driller, you may have just ruined Tim's beliefs.
I know, right?
I
you may have ruined Tim's beliefs.
Papa Noel, I'm sorry.
Le Père Noel, Papa Noel.
I'm going to talk to my mother.
The candy.
Yeah. I gotta sit down with my parents and be like, yo, where the fuck did all my teeth go?
Right.
Somebody got a fucking crazy ass necklace with all my fucking teeth on it.
Well, I gotta run, guys. I just wanted to jump in and say what up.
Hey,
always pleasure.
1 out of the second meme team, Tim MC 71. Meme team.
All right, guys.
Rebar meme team.
Have a great Saturday, man.
Canada.
Sorry?
Open it up. I said open up Canada.
I know, right?
Jesus Christ.
Right? Wow. Make the rebar great again.
There you go. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, talk soon, Tim.
All the best, bro. Take care.
Meme team out. All right, but it's, people don't look at something from a perspective like that, right? People are like, oh, I'm middle ground, right? Like you did. You know what I mean? Am I middle ground? Yeah, I'm going to say I'm middle ground, but let's put this into perspective. Like UFOs, there's as much talk about UFOs as there is Santa. Nobody's like, if you're bad, Santa's not going to come and you're going to get abducted by UFOs.
Yeah, I know, but every family in North America talks about Santa Claus. A handful of families talk about UFOs. And that's what makes it a conspiracy. Like Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny are just like common folklore or generation. Like it's ingrained into our nations, into our upbringings, into whatever. And yeah, sure, is it a bullshit story? Absolutely. But it's not talking about the second shooter at JFK. It's not talking about Area 51. Like parents aren't sitting down with their 6-year-old and being like, hey, do you see that jet flying up ahead? Yeah, that's leaving a jet stream behind and that's going to alter the weather. But that's not something that you tell your kids unless you as an adult are actually a conspiracy theorist.
I don't know if you necessarily have to be a conspiracy. You have your beliefs. Right? A belief is like a religion. Because a religion is a fucking belief. You know what I mean? Dude, knock on wood. How do we know it's Jesus, or how do we know it's fucking, I don't want to offend any other religions, but whatever your thing is you're believing. How do you know that?
All right. So the United States of America has a population of around 330 million people. Out of that 330 million people, maybe let's say like 20 million. So like a very small percentage is of a different religious denomination that doesn't celebrate Christmas. So those other 310 million people all believe in Santa and Christmas and Santa Claus. Out of those 310 million people, 100,000 think that aliens exist. 50,000 think chemtrails are around. 75,000 think that JFK fucking whatever. So like it's such a very small percentage that I think that it has to be defined differently. Like Santa's not a conspiracy theory. Chemtrails are a conspiracy theory.
But let's
Santa
look at
Claus-
the religions, though. Look at
culture.
religions. How are there so many religions where half of them mean the same shit? It's just, well, this is our Jesus. Well, there's probably only one Jesus.
Oh God, we're not going there. We don't do religion. We're just talking about Santa Claus.
We don't. Yeah, I guess we don't do religion or politics. But how do you know? How do you know what it is? I mean, how do you know? There's only if there was. Why is there not more shit on Bethlehem other than the Bible?
Sure, but it's
Hey, we can't get religion. We can't do politics, but we can go fucking biblical. We can go biblical.
my Bible my Bible lessons are way down right now, so I can tell you that I don't think the chemtrails are taking over the world. I think that we're not the only ones alone, but I don't know about aliens visiting Earth. I can tell you that the 5G towers didn't cause COVID. That was a popular conspiracy last March, right? You remember hearing about that shit? The 5G network was the reason why COVID
and shit.
Right? So that's a conspiracy. Santa Claus is a lie, but it's not a conspiracy theory.
It was a conspiracy growing up until you found out it wasn't real. Right? Because you believed in it, but you can't prove it.
Stop it. Why are you ripping on Santa so much, man? I thought we were going to talk about tinfoil hats and shit, and you're just ripping on the jolly fat guy.
Sorry, man. Santa's getting it. Like,
damn. You're feisty.
Santa's getting it. Don't get out of bed before 7 o'clock.
No, fuck that shit. Santa's good to go. He's a beautiful guy.
I don't know. What about the Easter Bunny, though? Don't you think it's fucking weird? Like, oh, the fucking this fucking big ass rabbit just put all this shit in your house.
Yeah, but these aren't conspiracy theories. These are like common folklore, accepted beliefs within at least a North American society. It's
like
accepted
Jesus?
in North American society.
Like
Easter
Jesus
Bunny doesn't exist, but he exists and he symbolizes a holiday.
Like
Within-
Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus is known all across the land, bro.
We got Good Friday, though. That's a fucking symbolic holiday.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
How can you prove? How can you? You got nothing, though. You got nothing from Good Friday. Good Friday is also fucking Jesus Day and Easter Day. Easter.
Okay, but like at the end of the day, like I think that ripping on Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny might not necessarily be the best direction to take. But if you want to
against them,
if you want to talk about like jet trails and chemtrails and shit, like what's your view on actual conspiracy theories, not fucking Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny? Because like people like Santa Claus and they like the Easter Bunny.
I think there's a lot of shit out there we don't know. We don't know, and we're also not privy to know. I think there's shit out there that nobody fucking know. Well, a handful of people know, and they're not letting other people know. That's what I think on it.
Right.
There's shit out there, definitely. I'm not gonna narrow something in, but I'm not gonna fucking cut it out and be like, no, there's nothing out there. No, this isn't that, this isn't that, this isn't this, this isn't that.
So some fun, like I watched that Flat Earth.
Probably fucking 60% of the world lives in unattainable lifestyle, right? Where if shit hits the fan, their lifestyle is just literally zero unattainable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How can you go the rest of your life living like this and affording it and paying for it and having everything you have?
So if fuck, there was actually a guy. He lives around the corner from the street from you, right? And he came over to the Rebar a few times, and he was a big conspiracy theorist.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure that Nas believed in Santa Claus and the bunny rabbit, and that's fine. Like fuck that shit aside. But he was an actual conspiracy theorist in the purest sense of the definition of it, right? Like you bring it in.
He's full blown
conspiracy theory guy.
Full blown, like this guy, I would be high and I would ask this guy's questions This guy would legit blow my mind.
Because he educated himself in the information that he wanted to hear to make his point, right?
But how do you know he's wrong? Might be wrong on some stuff, but is he wrong on everything? Probably not.
How do we know that Santa Claus actually doesn't exist? Nobody's proved the inexistence of him.
I got to take a piss. You go off about your little conspiracy thing and how everything is fucking fake, nothing is real. Keep talking.
So for all of our friends out there listening to the Rebar Show today, I just want to take a minute and say that believing in Santa Claus is cool, and the Easter Bunny is awesome, and the Tooth Fairy gives your kids something awesome to look forward to when they lose a tooth and like get $1 underneath their pillow. Like these are all like pretty cool things. When he asked me about the conspiracy theory stuff at the beginning of the show, like we didn't go into it. He just brought it up as a possible topic, and my mind instantly went towards like the good ones: the Earth is flat, the chemtrails, the assassinations, like whatever, like aliens, that kind of shit. And then this fucking guy drops fucking Santa Claus in the mix, and I've been at a loss for words. So he's walking in now, and I think we should start talking about something new because, like, Santa Claus is good shit. Everybody loves fucking Santa Claus, unless your religion says that you shouldn't, and then that's fine too, right? You guys have other things to look forward to. Yeah, the one and only Rebar. Remember the disclaimer at the beginning about our sponsors? Yeah, like they think Santa Claus is cool too. So
now you're speaking for them though.
Whatever.
Right? We don't know if fucking Hunter. I don't know what Hunter believes in. Fucking Luxury Cigar Club is in the middle of Arizona. There's lots of whack jobs out there. He could be in a cult. We don't know.
Justin.
Drink the Kool-Aid. Use promo code Rebar.
Drink the American Vintage. Everything will make more sense tomorrow.
For all we know, the Rebar is a cult.
Fuck off.
Pretty fucking good cult, though, right?
No.
You don't think the Rebar would be a good cult?
No.
Track suits every day. You get an elastic waist every day. You get an upper part that stretches.
Yeah. I got my track jacket on right now.
Woo!
All right. Oh shit!
Dropped my fucking cigar. I was trying not to let it land on my pants. That's like an instant fucking burn, instant fucking forest fire. That's like the guy driving on the side of the road and puts the fucking thing into like a dried ass grassland, and it just gone. All right, Drew.
Yeah. So we got to move on to something else because like we don't want the Rebar Show to be known as Santa Claus haters. We like Santa Claus. I like Santa Claus. I think Evan likes Santa Claus. Justin, do you like Santa Claus?
Yeah, I love Christmas time. I love the holidays.
Okay, that's good. That's general blank statement. Santa Claus is
because
number one.
Because regardless of your beliefs, it's always holidays. It's the holiday time.
Yeah.
Right? You got like fucking mass conception or mass fucking whatever it's called. That's in December.
Oh,
all right, yeah. If you could be a professional athlete, what sport or what would it be in and why?
So I'm 6'4", and my whole entire fucking life I've heard about like you should be a basketball player or volleyball player. So those two sports are gone because there's too much bullshit behind that. Professional football player. What's that?
What's the bullshit behind it?
Oh, just there's a tall guy predisposition to strike a conversation with somebody and ask them what sport they played because of their fucking height.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a bummer. That's a downer for me because I don't give a fuck about basketball or volleyball playing them.
You can't play volleyball because you can't wear a Speedo because your butt's so flat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Fuck volleyball.
Driller's just all front. All front.
So
the guy looks like an Italian guy's nose.
The tall guy sports are out the window.
All right.
Football, there's too much like head injury and shit, and hockey. I never like I like skating, but I don't want to have to beat the shit out of my fellow players on a regular basis as part of the game. So
All
hockey
right.
doesn't do anything for me. So I'm going to go skier, man. I do like grand slalom or like freestyle or something on skis.
All
I'd
right.
be a professional skier that does like the Alps and fucking go down to the Italian fucking
You're like X Games shit.
the
Or like
X-
Olympic shit.
or just like the full on fucking leotard, the unitard, whatever you want to call it, that one piece spandex fucking thing.
Yeah. Would you stuff
Yeah,
front and back or front?
just front. The girls don't care if you have a little butt; they just want that big package.
Yeah, that's it, right? I mean, when you're squatting like this, it looks like you got a dumper. Then they just see your little fucking butt bone sticking out.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta, you know what? I want to say a curler. No, a dart player. I would be a professional dart player.
That's what you're going for?
Yeah, professional. I don't know what the proper term, I guess dart player.
All right, I gotta pee. You do your thing. Oh.
All right, professional dart player because, I mean, I know these motherfuckers drink. The crowd is just crazy. It looks like a fucking WWF match. Like people got signs everywhere cheering for these guys. There's no real code or conduct. Fuck, you could probably smoke a cigar and have a beer and throw darts. Like I do that in here. I've always been a big dart guy. I always just loved darts. That's why I think I would be it. It's very free and it's very freeing to be able to just huck darts. You know, when you look at these guys, they're athletes in their own way. And there's nothing says like, and I'm a lefty too. I think it would be cool to be a fucking lefty dart player. Probably not many of them out there. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. My other backup choice would probably be curler. And I would literally just be the guy that throws the rock. The rock is like this big fucking round thing. I wouldn't want to be anything else. Just that. I do have to question Driller's wanting to be a skier. I don't know why he wouldn't be a snowboarder, but that's on him. Driller,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you be a snowboarder? Like, why is it skiing?
Oh, well, like I learned how to ski right from an early age of 6. And I stuck with skiing probably until I was like 17. And then when I was 17, I was working at the local ski hill and as a lifty. And I just like I would just grab a snowboard like once in a while from the rental shop and like strap one on and like go to the bunny hill and just like figure it out. So I'm not as strong as a snowboarder as I am a skier.
Oh, you're better at this.
Yeah, with the double hands.
I like it.
Hands. So I can get down most mountains on a snowboard, but I can get down every mountain on a pair of skis.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? Like that comfort level. Some of you just like there's over a decade of skiing experience before I switched to the snowboard, and like there's similar aspects to it. But if you're
Do you have
gonna
a pair of skis?
what's that?
Do you own a pair of skis?
Yeah, I own 2 pairs of skis and a snowboard.
I didn't know if that was yours or Rachel's moving it in there.
Yeah, Rachel's are up at her aunt's house because they got that place outside the Blue Mountains.
Oh yeah.
So she leaves her shit up at her aunt's place, and I could probably start doing that now. I think I probably initially started like always bringing it home because like what if we broke up or something?
Oh yeah. You're just like fuck it. Like just let me. Why am I lugging this around? But you've never looked more like a fucking VW commercial when you're lugging your skis around.
Right. Yeah. Whatever.
You just. I mean the stereotype, but
Yeah.
maybe it's conspiracy. I don't know. I said I would be a dart player or I'd be a curler, but I'd be the guy that just throws the rock. That's it.
And those are good drinking sports too, bro.
That was my thing with it. And I was like, you know what? I could probably smoke while I do it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It's just an appealing sport to me, and yeah, I fucking dig it.
So have you ever been like a part of a team? Because the only team shit I did was baseball.
I did hockey, basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, hockey and basketball for years. I did low juniors with hockey, and then just dipped out to go, I guess, go do BMX.
Yeah. Yeah. So like growing up, like we didn't have a lot of money. So there was definitely a point in my childhood where you could either go to the ski hill and we'll get you a pass and we'll buy you gear, or you can go play hockey. And I chose the ski hill.
Ski hill. That's it. I feel like that's solid. See, I didn't get introduced to the ski hill. Like we did tobogganing hills and shit like that, but not a ski hill until I think I was like grade 7.
Yeah.
Got introduced to the ski hill, and that's when I started snowboarding. Snowboarded for like probably 4 years. Could do the jumps and shit, and it was fun. But I was always like a bike guy, not a skateboarder, so I couldn't relate the snowboarding to the skateboarding. I can't ski to save my life.
Yeah.
Like I'm the guy where my legs literally just go all the way out or like straight cross.
Right. Yeah. So like as like there's got to be some people listening that are like played baseball, hockey, football, like these big like team sports.
Yay, team sports.
So I've never fucked with it really. Like I remember playing baseball when I was like, from 12 to 15 or something like that. But like it was just a fucking kid, right? It was never serious. I was never that great. So it wasn't like, I was a prodigy where people are like at the rink watching that 13-year-old kid play and they're like, wow, he's gonna make it to the NHL. They'd see me playing baseball at 13 and be like, cool, the ball didn't go by him and he didn't make the cutoff throw. Right on. He's just out there fucking around. But there's a lot of people out there that like people fucking love sports, right? Like even, I don't know if it's so much Canadian culture, but in American culture, but like I was the captain of my fucking high school football team. And they carry that shit with them for fucking decades.
Yeah, that's all they fucking they get into a conversation when they're like, hey, did you see the game last night? You're like, yeah. It reminded me when I was the quarterback of my high school football team. And it's like, bro, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
It was nothing like it. Like the helmets were different. The fucking pads aren't even the same. Like,
so I don't know if that's like a sport thing or just like an old man flex or something. But like people don't talk about. Oh, I remember when I was 15 and I skied that double black diamond run. But people are like, oh, I remember when I was in my junior year of fucking college and I made the cut for a position, right? And they're like, and then they carry that shit with them for their lives. Like it's like it's a source of pride, sure, because you made the cut. You were
that was their fucking pinnacle.
Yeah, you were.
That was their pinnacle. That was their fucking team sport when it was like that shot was all fucking me. Boom. Yeah, whatever it is. That's just like one time when I guess it fucking mattered or it counted for them. It's tough to not sound like a fucking twink, but I think it's very macho. But
it's something they're super passionate about, right? And they were
they got the drive with it, 100%. Yeah,
these people that go to college and in their junior year, they're playing on the first string of a team.
Yeah.
Right. And then next thing you know, you're 35 and you're fucking Gutzilla working in the office, fucking right out of shape and shit. But you remember when you were fucking 20 in your junior year and you made that position at a college level team, right?
Yeah, I mean, to do anything in college, like to play a sport in college, that's fucking like that's next level shit, right? But you got to figure there could be 50 people on any team in college, and it's like maybe 4 of them will move on to the next level.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, right? Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks in college, in football, that never do anything football related after that.
No, not a chance. But they hold on to that shit for like their whole lives.
Yeah. Imagine being like a fucking college kicker. Like,
yeah, it's like
your odds are even smaller now. Nobody's like, fuck, we just need a good kicker.
Yeah.
We need a good punter.
From your life, right? Like you can pull on that story from 25 years ago and be like, yeah, like I was the fucking captain of my junior high school team or some shit, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it perpetuates, right? So it's interesting, right? Because like I've never played sport at that level. I was never the captain of the basketball team in grade 12 or in college or anything, right? So it kind of makes sense that people hold on to that shit because it was like a big accomplishment in their lives, right? In their lives, they were so good at that sport at that time that they made it all the way to, they got, you know, a 2-year scholarship or some shit. And they got to go get school, and they got the girls, and they got the parties and all that shit because they were so good at sport, right? So why wouldn't you want to remember that or honor it or whatever, right?
Subbing it out. Gotta grab a new Yeti. Grab a new Yeti. Oh, jeez. We'll wrap this up in a couple minutes, trailer. But, Jesus, fuck.
Oh, God.
Fucking hottest mess around. Just fucking shooting shit everywhere.
Yeah, you are. But like at the end of the day, like, yeah, so for me to pick a professional sport, I'll go with something that I was good at that I never gave enough time to, right? Like I've always been a strong skier, but I've never taken it to that next level. So now it's just a fun thing that I do when I go to the hill, right? Just like people might go to the they might go to the Y and play basketball with their buddies, and they've been playing basketball for the last 25 years. And 23 years ago, they were the captain of a team. And now 22 years later, 25 total, they're like, oh, wow, like I still shoot hoops. I still go fucking shoot puck. I still go and join a rugby league or whatever, right? And that's good for them. That's fucking awesome.
Joining a rugby league now, you're like, yeah, I just go out once a week just to get trucked. Like regardless of the position in rugby, you're getting trucked.
But people like
that. Yeah, I just like to go out once a week and just feel like what it likes. I just want to feel like what it gets like getting into a car crash. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
Let me get smacked by fucking 600 pounds going fucking, 15 miles an hour. Cool.
Yeah. You got
Nobody's like, yeah, I play a fucking, like there's pickup hockey. It's non-contact. There's pickup flag football. Non-contact. They're like, yeah, I just go play fucking contact rugby once a week at the fucking, go to the YMCA and play it. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's like I go play rugby once a week, full contact, just a little pickup league with guys. It's like, yeah, you're getting fucking hit by a car. I just got hit by a fucking Nissan Versa on Friday. Pretty cool though. We had beers afterwards. It was good to fuck that. Yeah, like my idea is like golf, where it's like you're not getting hurt with golf. I mean, you fall out of a cart, the odd time. That's it.
That's it.
You get hit, and it's like a mild car crash. Actually, I guess we could compare golf to rugby.
Yeah, with you driving.
I hit Wiseman, and Driller literally looked at me, and he's like, "Stop it! You gave me a stop it. Just stop it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's serious." Okay, and I was like, "Yeah, I know. I didn't plan it to work out like that, but it just happened. Bam." And then like 4 holes later, I fucking T-boned a tree, and Driller didn't say shit. He's like, turn. I'm like, dude, I am turned. We hit a tree, and he just looked at me, sort of giggled. And he looked around, and I was just like, I got to yell about this. What the fuck? The steering wheel didn't turn. I fucking had that bit. Like, everybody's looking at us, and it's like, I fucking had the thing cracked. Champagne bottles flying out.
No.
It happens.
Oh, God.
That's our fucking weekend warrior story. But that's it. Everybody's got theirs though.
I'd rather hit a 10-inch pine tree with a golf cart than fucking get smoked fucking playing rugby.
Right? Just saying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another fucking riveting episode of the one and only Rebar. Tune in, subscribe, follow, watch, listen. Get your fucking life together. Get your shit straight. Hit us up. Peace.
Bye.
Jesus Christ. I just dropped the ombre.
Oh, you dropped more shit. But we don't edit, so you're still going to get this until he figures it out.
3 times and he hasn't broken.
Oh, my God. Amazing. Bye, everybody.